Are you ready for this? Good, cause you guys asked for it. Welcome to Fjordur, and this is episode 1 of my 100 days journey. Now, before we embark to our new destination, I do want to quickly ask, if you're new to the channel, please be sure to like this video, subscribe and turn on those bell notifications for future postings. That way you won't miss out on all the amazing challenges and things I get up to over the next 100 days, as episodes will cover a lot more content. And to make this challenge even more fun, I'm gonna be joined by one of my friends. And if you're not subscribed to him yet, please go check out his channel, as I will be joined by Sizen. So let's get things kicked off. As I picked up some rocks on a beach on day 1, I spotted a strange survivor and quickly learned that I wasn't alone on here. So I did the basic things that you should always do: punch some trees, collect some fiber and make all the primitive tools and gear that you would need. But this time I was a bit more lucky, as there were some washed up crates on the beach that provided me with a metal pick as well as some cooked meat.
Place is gorgeous.
After going and exploring around and seeing how beautiful the map is, I stumbled upon that same survivor yet again. I proceeded with caution, as I wasn't sure if he was hostile, and after seeing that he managed to befriend the local wildlife, I decided for now it would be best to get my own wildlife and then go and meet him. So I started knocking out my very first parasaur. And it was a 145, so this was an absolute amazing find. But I also got found, as a Rex was right on our tails. Unfortunately, I had to abandon the parasaur, as he made quite a good meat shield. I managed to get away.
I'm good.
I then went back to the mysterious glowing object I found earlier, and this was called a runestone, and it gave me a ton of XP. So I decided now would be a good time to start working on a little starter base. So I dropped down my little thatch 2x2, completed it up with a door as well as all the ceilings, and I had a bit of a shelter for the first night. So I started cooking up some meat, and I just sat back, enjoying the evening sky of this amazing map, preparing myself mentally for the journey that would lie ahead. Got some much needed rest, and I was ready the next morning to take on the challenges that lied ahead. I stumbled upon some strange rocks, which actually gave me honey. But I also encountered some of the strange new local wildlife, which are highland cows, a mod that I added for this experience because these guys are pretty awesome. I managed to get him petted, and that meant he calmed down, and then found another parasaur. After bowling and starting to knock the parasaur, my cow friend was back to bully me. Unfortunately, if you get in front of these guys, they can really hurt you, and I had to retreat, which meant my parasaur was most likely gonna get away.
Oh, are you happy? I hope you guys are happy.
Not long after, I found yet another one, and luckily this one was a lower level, so I thought one bowler should do it, right? Well, no, it still got loose, and after missing a few shots, I finally got the parasaur bowled up yet again. The problem was, I was hungry, I was cold, I was gonna die if I knock out this parasaur. So I had to retreat back to my base, and with broken bones already, I barely made it in time to grab some cooked meat and get myself warmed up.
Gosh, this place is rough.
Once I was somewhat healed up, I went searching for the parasaur yet again, searching high and low, through all the brush. Finally I got to see its little tail, knocked her out, started making her a saddle while she tamed, and finally say hello to Felicia. As I took her back home, I wanted to make her a little wagon. Now, if you haven't seen the Echo Homelands mods, please check it out because it is absolutely amazing and so much fun. After realizing I needed metal, I went on a pneumatic adventure the next day, when I also found my very first cave, and boy was this place awesome. I also got another runestone, and decided I didn't want to go to any other realms yet, so I went searching for a baby cow. I got interrupted by some bugs, but I managed to take care of them and get some much needed XP. I then cooked up all their meat, so I would have some food for my journey, and I started drying out some fiber that made hay, And
That's
once you
so
get a hay
weird.
compactor down, you can make compacted hay. This is what you use to tame up a baby cow, which is exactly what I went to do, as I found my first little baby cow and named him Sebastian. I then got little Sebastian to follow me around, but unfortunately I didn't realize you had to feed him as well.
Died. Did he starve?
Luckily, after feeling like a complete idiot, I found another one. So say hello to Sebastian and let's all just pretend that never happened. As I left him with his parents to raise up, I spotted yet another one, and this was a female, a 145, so that was amazing. I named her Michelle and left her for a few minutes as I went searching for metal. I finally discovered some metal nodes, but they were at an unreachable area. I couldn't take my cows down the hill, so I thought let me take little Michelle as well as little Sebastian back to base first before I would come back for the metal. So I had both of the little ones follow me down as we made our way over to where I set up base. Cautiously moving around as these guys were super slow, I finally got them back home. Now that Michelle and Sebastian were safely back at home, I could finally venture down the mountain to claim up some metal. So I started farming up all the nodes that I could find and cautiously ventured my way back down safely yet again. I then farmed up some trees to get some thatch and wood to see what I would need to make myself some carts. I made a small basic one and shortly thereafter a medium one. Excuse me, Mr. Stego. Excuse me. I'm in the middle of recording. Excuse me, kind sir. Alright, whatever. I got a wangin'. I then dropped down my caravan and this thing was awesome. Now I just had to get it furnished. So that evening I found up some more material as well as a feeding trough so I could feed my babies and hopefully prevent some more deaths. The next morning I dropped down some forges and grabbed all the metal out of Felicia and filled them up. I then went out and searched some more hide and even used Felicia to help me kill some parasaurs. I made my way back to base to imprint on my cows and they had a random mother taking care of them, so this was awesome. Now I just had to protect them from the local wildlife. So I dropped down some spikes, made myself some mortar and pestle so I could start working on some narcotics as well as a smithy. Now I pretty much had everything sorted out and was ready to go. Well, that is until the stranger came to visit me.
Hello? Is anybody there?
Hello there.
Yeah, I'm Sizen. I like this. This is homey. I had a couple of tames that just got brutally murdered by saber-tooth lions, and it's been rough. All I have is the T-Rex and the Moz chops out there. So if you can teach me how to make one of these carts, then I think we can do some crazy stuff.
So the next day, myself and Sizen were off on a pneumatic adventure in search for a better base location. And there's pink cows here. We then also stumbled upon an apparent village.
Now I feel like we're about to run into some trouble.
But luckily the village was abandoned and we decided this would make an awesome starting location. So we set up camp. I am off on an adventure to get some crystal. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
This cow is so fast. This is so much fun.
Yeah, I can't wait to get one.
Found another rune. After finding another rune, I continued my search.
Oh, no
but
crystal
it was
there.
really hard to find crystal. I did however find a blue drop that gave me an amazing sickle. But
Nice.
there was also some Deinonychus nearby, which meant there would be nests nearby as well. So I went scavenging around for all the eggs that I could possibly find, high and low levels. The low levels I would have for breakfast. After grabbing all the eggs that I needed, I found some of the new creatures on the map.
Ooh, I see the new little piggy things.
There's pigs?
Yeah, like the Andrew.
Oh, the Andrew Sarkis?
Yeah.
But nightfall was upon me and I still needed to get back to base. I was so lost at this point.
They're attacking your stuff? The raptors?
I'm coming. I'm trying to come. I kind of don't know where we are.
After getting the news that my tames were under attack, I knew I needed to get back as quick as I possibly could, but I still had no idea where I was going. I was still so lost. And then I saw it.
We're roughly at 43.75.
No, Michelle died.
I had finally gotten my direction and I came running in, ready to take my revenge on the raptors.
I knocked them out.
Wait, what?
I'm taming them, so please don't kill them.
I want to get my revenge. Where's
Please
the
don't.
Where are they?
I was betrayed as Sizen tamed up the
I
raptors.
think you'll be happy to know that I have a male and female,
I don't care. I don't care if it's male and female. They ate Michelle.
but now I need food because I am slowly dying.
Just check their belly. There might be some leftovers.
So the next morning I started my day off by fortifying our village, making sure that what had just happened won't happen again, as well as install a new gate and dropped a pin so I wouldn't get lost.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Kruger. I think we're gonna need wings to find crystal.
But for this playthrough, we're nomads, which means we can only use flyers when we're doing farming. I then tried to befriend yet another hog, but wasn't so successful.
Can we be friends?
These guys weren't really interested in becoming my friends.
I see a Rex off in the distance that I would love to add to my team.
I definitely still needed to Google how to get
I'm
them,
in
but
trouble,
for
I'm in
now
trouble,
I was just running for my life. Don't you just love how ARK's pooping system is always on cue?
Do I need to feed them anything while they're raising?
Berries that are like babies.
Okay.
I didn't know that the first time, so Sebastian 1.0 died. Crystal!
And finally I had discovered the crystal I have so long been searching for. I can't explain how happy I was to finally found some and craft up my very first spyglass.
Rex, and guess what? I got a spyglass, Mr. Rex. Yeah.
Of course I had to put it to work right away.
I'm just like looking at everything. I'm just watching everything's level. Because I can.
Alright, I've about heard enough from this guy.
But I don't think Sizen very much enjoyed it since he didn't have one yet. I definitely didn't want to make him even more jealous when I spotted a 145 RG nearby, so I knew that was what I was gonna work on the next day. So after making the traps and everything that I needed, I went to sit around the campfire.
Come and join me by the campfire.
I waited for my good friend
Beautiful
Sizen,
night. The early AMs of day 8, and I've got a parasol and a cow.
and we recollected on the progress.
Yeah, well, I'm wearing cloth armor.
We were definitely not progressing as fast as we should have, so I knew the next day would have to be a big grind. So I started immediately on the morning of day 8, making all my narcotics and went in search of an Anki. After finding a high level, I started shooting it in the face, and in no time my little Anki friend started to run. I made chase, and shortly after I gave the final arrow needed for him to go down. I then made my way back to the RG and dropped down my trap, and made my way over to start getting its attention. In no time the RG was making his way to me, but of course he got out of the trap and nearly ended my life. Luckily, with some fast reactions and keeping a calm head, I managed to get him back safely into the trap, and I started to knock him out. He went down in no time, and I fed him up some prime meat and waited for him to tame up. I then made my way back to the Anki, but of course an alpha raptor was on the way. And he had some buddies, so this was finally the true test to see how strong Sebastian really is. And surprisingly, I was victorious. I collected my loot, went over to the Anki, and watched him finish up taming. I then brought both of them back safely to base. And once that was done, I started making myself some fur armor, an Anki saddle, some decor mods so I could decorate my cabin. I dropped down a bed, a place to keep all my preservables, as well as a breakfast table. And I got a good night's rest before we would go look for Carnos the next day.
Carno would be okay. Literally anything other than this raptor.
We made it a mission to go and look for some decent carnivores since we really needed to up our army's strength. Once exploring, I stumbled upon this amazing castle. And I made my way inside, only to get pounced on by a Microraptor.
See you, Mr. Microraptor, you asshole.
Luckily, I had some bolas prepared, so I quickly equipped them and bowled up the Microraptor. After seeing his level, I knew that I wanted to keep this guy, so I started ranking him out, and in a matter of no time he finally went down. I grabbed some prime meat, fed him up, and he was officially part of the team. We then continued searching around and stumbled upon some more Fjordur runes. We got 2 in a row,
Oh, I'm getting that with my raptor.
which meant we could go on a
I'm
killing
shooting the
rampage.
Bird. I have it bullet.
But apparently, Sizen didn't get the memo as he started taming an oversized chicken. I continued to kill everything that I could find in sight, and in no time his chicken was tamed and we made our way up the mountains, where we discovered the most overs we've ever seen in one place on this game.
Oh wow.
This is over.
This gave us all the pelt that we would need for some decent
See what's
fur,
in front of me?
but we had some interesting company. I then mounted one of the low levels and started taming it. Luckily this was super easy and I had my first Androsarchus, so I decided to go and help Sizen.
Go for it.
But me being distracted, somehow my
Why already
Androsarchus
died?
got killed by another one. I found an amazing level 145, but Sizen's
able to make
raptor
it so fast?
again was attacking this thing, and he was most likely gonna kill it. I was trying everything in my power to stall until Sizen got here,
I'm coming, I'm trying.
but unfortunately he was too far away and his efforts were meaningless as the Androsarchus was slaughtered. I then went looking for Sizen to help him find his tames yet again.
Oh wait, you're still on the wild one.
Yeah. No, I mean, this is mine now.
And of course, he tamed one.
Base is.
But
that
now
way.
we had to get back to base. It was dark, and very, very dark to be exact. And finding our way in this confusing map
Slightly more
was really not the easiest. And then we stumbled upon
Gotta
something.
be around here somewhere.
Could have sworn it was up here on the right.
Oh, Jeffrey, did you hear that? It wasn't you, so what was it?
So, say hello to the legend himself, Zany Zebra.
Hello there.
Hello? I have a club, and I'm not afraid to use it. Stay back.
Yeah, don't worry, we're just 2 friendly fellow survivors. And this is Sizen and I am Kruger.
Oh, well howdy boys. The name's Alexander, and this is Jeffrey.
Now I wanted to give a special thank you to Sinnoh for standing in for Zany as the body double while he was away for a few days. Well, I wanted to, up until this happened.
Kruger, I'm gonna start recording real quick too. But also, when
Wait,
you
hold
say
on.
it's around here somewhere, I need to have some kind of voice in this last clip.
There
so
is
they
a
don't
f***ing
hear
turtle
the
here.
Viewers. So you're gonna be like, I know it's somewhere around here, and I'm gonna be like, yeah, I could have sworn it's up here on the right.
Oops! I was trying to kill the turtle.
What did you just do?
You moved in front of me. You moved in front of me.
Sizen, we have some technical difficulties here for a second.
What happened to your cow?
I was trying to command kill the turtle and he ran in front of me. I'm so sorry. Oh no, I'm sorry, Sebastian.
And on that note, there's just been an opening for a recording person in my team. And if you're at all interested, be sure to join the Discord. Even if you just want to come and play on the map with us, see some of the adventures, or just come hang out with us all in Discord, be sure to click on the link below, and I hope to see you there, and see you again with the next episode.